I'm starting to more and more with Paradise Lost. The last version, I wrote a lot of the lyrics, and it was terrifying for me at first, but I kind of find it thrilling in a way that I don't even get with writing music, especially in musical theater kinds of things where, like Sondheim, at Ballad of Sondheim, that you're trying to say something specific and clever about character and desire and relationship, and then make all of that rhyme and have it fit inside a song. It's the most elevated art form. So I do it more and more, but I probably won't ever put my name on it. For some reason, people don't. Maybe Sondheim is the only one, or Stephen Schwartz, who can say yes, I'm a composer and a lyricist, but in classical music, where they look down. Yes. I think, unfortunately, we have time for one. Is she outside?
I'm not sure. Would you like me to check?
She'll text me. Okay. Maybe just a couple more questions. Yes.
I kind of have to give an example before I ask this question. All right, you know how Mickey Mouse is all like, when he's conducting his rivers and there's all this different stuff in Fantasia?
Yes.
And he closes his eyes and he's picturing all this? What do you think of when you close your eyes and you conduct a piece of music?
That's a great question. Did you hear that back there? So in Fantasia, when Mickey Mouse is conducting, the mountaintops and the rivers and lightning, and he says, what does it feel like when I close my eyes or when I'm conducting? I guess it kind of feels like that. Like today, when we were doing Sleep again, it's just ridiculous. It's, for me, it's just bliss. Like really what it feels like is, how many of you are conductors or studying to be conductors? Yeah, so conductors know this interesting secret they probably won't ever share with the performance, which is we're not actually doing it. It's a funny thing that you're kind of motivating in a way, but really it's more like surfing. You're definitely balancing the oar, but most of the time you're just riding the wave. You know what I mean? The wave it's got this incredible momentum, and so you're just it's like a dance. And so what happens in my brain is that it seems to be using right brain and left brain together in such a strong, coordinated way that I'm gone. Like I disappear. And for most of the time when I'm conducting, I just am just there. I'm there in the moment. And I love it. I just adore it. Yes?
What inspired Animal Crackers?
What inspired Animal Crackers? There was a lot of things. I've had those poems for years, and I've always thought they would be funny. They came out of a practical need in that I was doing more and more guest conducting, and a lot of my music at that time was really slow. It's like, okay, we'll do Water Night, then we'll do Boots, then we'll do When David Heard, then we'll do Sleep, and by the end the audience is like, God. It's just too much slow, heavy music. I always think a concert should be programmed like a meal. You're not going to serve beef with cream on it for every course. And I thought I needed some bonbons. I just need something light, that'll kind of lighten this meal up. I need some little Jello salad or something. And so I started to write this, and I wrote the first volume, and I wasn't sure how they'd go over. And then they got big laughs. And so then I wrote volume 2, which I think is even funnier. We'll be doing them tomorrow, actually, at the concert, both volumes. Yes, sir.
So you just mentioned When David Heard. I feel like that song probably has the least amount of lyrics in the song, and yet it's the longest. So I'm just kind of curious, like, what's going on in your mind? What inspired you, or what were you thinking to write that song? Because it's so powerful, 12, 16-part harmonies in it.
Thank you. We're talking about a piece I wrote called When David Heard, and he's saying it has the fewest number of lyrics, which I think is probably true. It's got to be for a number of notes. It's just one sentence from the Bible. When I started setting it, I didn't see it becoming that thing. I don't know what I saw, but I thought it was just going to be a small little meditation on that text. But the truth is about that, and especially in a lot of the books in the Bible, there's just this inherent drama, and as I started looking at just that sentence, my son, oh Absalom, my son, would God I had died for thee. So I started thinking, well, who is saying, where are you emotionally that you say that? And who's David and and it just became this thing. It became bigger and bigger, and pretty soon it was really in control of me. I was just It was a profound experience writing it for me. I definitely was changed by the experience. Thank you for asking. And yes,
Could you talk a little about this? Like, we're doing it this year, but I really don't know anything about it.
Luke's over the Who's we?
New
Oh, no, you are. Cool. What do you want to know specifically? Just out of curiosity.
A little background, I guess. Like,
Well,
it's really different from some of the other stuff. Like, I listened to a bunch of your stuff, but it kind of seemed a little, I don't know, it was different. That's exactly what I think about it.
Oh, you're not sure if you like it yet? That's fair. That's totally fair. Well, thank you. I hope you do end up liking it. Moose was just a weird piece in that I was commissioned by this guy who wrote this panic email, and his father had died, and he wanted to write a piece that was, for his memory, and I wrote back and said, he wanted it for Christmas, and it was like in October, and I said, listen, I could maybe do this 2 years from now, but I can't do it now. And he wrote me this other long email, it was so please, and we'll commission it, and it was somehow kind of, just got into me, and then I found a couple chords from it, which is improvised on the piano, these chords bubbled, and I thought, okay, maybe this thing kind of started to blossom. I just put everything aside and wrote it in 3 weeks, I think. Sent it off to him, and I never heard from him again. They didn't perform it. He never gave me the money for the commission. So it was like the whole thing just disappeared, and then I was left with this piece. I'm so grateful that happened, because now I have this piece. But at the time I was kind of pissed. It's funny how it all works out. Anyway, I hope you end up liking it. Yeah, I think Carrie is...
Yeah.
Carrie, we gotta go. Okay, last question, guys, then I've gotta go. I'm so sorry. Yes, sir. Yes.
If you could take like a couple moments in your life, like experiences with music that you would find most memorable to you, what would you choose?
The top couple moments with music in my life experiences. Oh my God. I was in a little town in Italy a couple summers ago, working with this big chorus, and we were doing Cloudburst. The bus showed up, and we didn't have bass drums, thunder sheets, suspended cymbals. We didn't have piano. We had no handbells, nothing. All we had was the a cappella group. And it was like, well, we're screwed. What are we going to do? So we said, well, they're here. It's Italian. They're Italians. It's this little town. What are they going to know? Well, the place was packed. Like 1,000 Italians. Everybody in the village must have come to this thing. I don't know what was going on. So we're doing Cloudburst, and then we get to the Cloudburst, and so help me God, the most torrential rain, thunder shaking this cathedral. It was awesome. I mean, it was like, and the Italians were like, what are we doing? What was going on? And I just felt, what am I doing? Where's my life? I'm in Italy. It's raining. I wrote a piece called Cloudburst. They all think I'm responsible for it. It's awesome. That being said, and unfortunately it's the last thing I'll say, but and I do not say this at all to pander, something like today is easily one of the great experiences in my musical career. Every time, truly every time, I get to sit there and listen to groups come up who have really worked on learning something I wrote and taken it hard, and when they sing it from memory, that just kills me. I mean, it really kills me. And okay, so we work on it, we make it a little bit better, but just that they've taken the effort and that somehow we've connected through that piece, I just feel so grateful. I just thank my lucky stars every time it happens. That's it. Thank you guys so much.